Good times on everybody. Welcome to ZSR and welcome to an OOTR Season 8 match between Volc and Sponge. Lady Draco is going to help me track, and then I've got Toffile and Stantia here to talk, so I'm going to let them do that and go push buttons.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been a while, and it was the first proper day back in the office. So yeah, some OOTR for a different variety of chaos.
Yeah. I think the last time we called, we actually had it wasn't actually the, we had a child start on the other side of the river. But unfortunately it was just before Qual started. And it wasn't the Qual where there's actually the logical reason how to get it to GGG. But yeah, no, this should be a fun match of Volc and Sponge, two great runners.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
Sponge rocketing into the main tournament standings with his last qualifier from 100 to, I forget exactly what his seed is right now, but
that is a very Sponge move. Let us be real.
Well, he had two or three forfeits because of because he plays on VC of console crashes. So yep. Hey, you win a Qual, you can get anywhere from 0 to literally 1,070 points. Sponge just getting in there.
And we have a prediction.
Yeah. So the winner of this matchup will go on to face Rockjog in the winners brackets. Who will then, and the winner of that will go on to face our little bit of a quarterfinal of death. One of which will be Marco A to see what the hell's happened to Ryuki.
Yeah, that is.
Four previous tournament winners all competing for one spot in the winners' quarters.
Right, let's see what our first hints have.
Yeah. These will be foolish because Season 8. Valley Fortress.
Water Temple.
Water Temple. No, sorry, Valley Water Temple Fountain, yeah. And Vanilla Requiem, wonderful. So we're looking for a horse or long shot.
Yep, we're going to be walking all the way to Spirit if we need to, in fact, go to Spirit.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, Stone Spirit Temple, but with a required item in?
It could be. At least, right now we have, a Pocket Shadow Mid, which means we potentially aren't going to get, completely screwed with, losing all our path hints with whatever our Spirited Mid or where our light arrows are. Legitimately had a qualifier where there were no possible paths for any of the other 4 medallions just because of Vanilla Nocturne.
Wow.
It's not a time start, so Water Temple's not going to be too much of an issue. Well, we're going to...
Yep. Spirit Temple to
Spirit Temple Morpha.
So we are crossing that wasteland.
Interesting.
Also, yeah, Rip Valley Lakers, and I've always historically been a Valley Laker.
Yeah. I'd love to make the play for the nuts, but no.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what Anju has. I have to kind of expect it. We save and we're going to be exiting out of Graveyard with Minuet. So, I kind of expect all of them to go, okay, we're going to go get our Skull Sense.
Okay, let's see.
50's a Bloopy, 40's arrows, 30's more arrows, wonderful.
Yay, nothing on skulls. Or at least nothing on high amounts of skulls. 10 or 20 can still be something.
Yeah, I mean, we could get a hot shot on 10 or 20. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Not that any runners have ever been caught out by hookshot on 20 skulls before.
No.
And last location did.
Ask me about... I once had a first hookshot on 50 skull seed.
Oof. I've seen it happen, it's never pretty.
No, it's not. Nothing in Shield Grave. Yeah, let's see what's in the box and what our friendly little Gravekeeper has for us.
Okay, chat, keep your eyes peeled.
That was nothing.
Gold rupee?
No. No, it's a singular item. Don't worry about it. Ignore it. Chad knows what it is.
I couldn't tell if it was yellow or green, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it's green. It's the green rupee.
Oh, no memes for us today.
We saw it. Chad is happy, regardless.
Dad will never be happy until we check chickens.
True.
Come on, Dante, what have you got for us today? Oh my god, it's a stick.
Yep. Alright. You know, but both of them are probably slightly hoping that it was going to be a little bit more cash so that they could afford the shield. But...
I'm not sure. Certainly, Sponge, I don't think, is the kind of person to buy a shield. Also, hi, ZL.
Sponge will hold up.
About Volc.
Bomb shoot bowling is a slingshot and bombs.
Okay, so the slingshot being there is interesting and might be useful out logic-wise.
Yeah. Alright, let's get our meds. Deku, water, Janu, Jabu, fire. Oh good, Vanilla Spirit.
Well, at least you're crossing it for an actual medallion dungeon.
Now the question is, well, yeah, and I guess if you go for Requiem, the question now is, are we going to get locked out of Adult Spirit or not? But I guess it doesn't really matter, we're going to pick up Requiem when we go out there anyway, so just pencil and crossing whenever it's most convenient.
Tech, as far as not checking the other two stone hints on Meadow, they're probably going to do that as child.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to run out to Child because you want to go check case or chests in Kukiri Forest. And Lost Woods has more checks as a Child anyway.
And also, you might even have a bomb bag by then to open the grottos.
Yeah. Sponge is starting our mass trading quest.
Yeah, it's Forest Med Water with a path to Morpha on Spirit Temple.
Yeah, that's... I feel like that's probably going to end up being Irons, but we'll see.
Well, it's not Zora Tunic.
Yep, well, there goes the Tunic.
Could also be Longshot.
Yeah, I guess it's going to depend on where opponents is. Because Longshot opponents we need Longshot or opponents to get Requiem.
Yeah, it could just be opponents and hovers. Do we technically need hovers for Wasteland?
Opponents and hovers.
Yeah, I was right that hovers is needed. It may have been a while since I've done commentary, but hey, I've not lost everything.
Yeah.
Also, fashion check-wise, I think Sponge is winning.
Yeah. Forest Shadow did Dongas for stones, too. It'd be really gross if that... I mean, the only real way that we're going to need that is if it's a bonus song. Or storms. But... For OT, but... The fact that water's locking tuber meds today probably means we're probably going to be safe from OT. The Shadow?
I'm not betting on OT not being awful.
Yeah.
Again, I have seen too many scenes to trust things not to be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty you can check starting as adult, and you don't actually need much in order to open up a whole lot. For example, even if you have just one strength, you can get into Stongo's cabin.
Yeah. Bolero. So.
Warp chain time.
Yeah.
Well, after we check the silo. Though actually, I know they're probably going to head to like Kakiri and Lost Woods before they try the warp, right?
Is that a wallet, I think? I mean, they're not gonna do... Yeah, no, you're 100%. They're not gonna save... Well, I think you probably save Quitzy where it is now, and then you go for Minuet.
Yeah, of course they've got Minuet so they can just get to there.
Yeah. Well, there's a wallet.
And there's a beautifully synced Minuet.
Yeah. There's storms. Alright, so basically we're like... The only thing that could really be on OT right now is the phone song. Potentially Zarya's song, but we're not going to consider that.
Do you know where Nocturne is?
No, but Nocturne, it doesn't... OT, no, it can't be Nocturne.
Oh yeah, of course.
Skull Kid's dead.
And Dancing Darunia has nothing for us this day. Yeah, those two are actually both Asaria's songs checks. Like,
Yeah,
very specifically.
I think that was... Is that Skull Kid or Skull... Yeah.
Skull Kid.
Okay. Alright, so Zarya's is dead. Hashtag just get a claim check.
Don't need to buy a shield if you can trade for it. For reference, I am buy shields responsibly.
Yeah. There. Sponge is gonna go for the extra hint here. Ooh, 2 chonkers in Mida's house. Finally, some... Okay, well.
I'll take lights. Just chilling.
Goron City to Baronade.
That has to be Rang or Ruto's. I'm suspecting Rang.
I got a 10 pack. We have liftoff.
It's not quite enough to blow the seed wide open.
No, but it's also, we have Goron City to Baronades, and we know that it's not Tarunia.
The Kiri sword chest is nothing.
No.
Ah, the reverse Song of Storms.
I kind of think Sponge goes and looks at Goron City, and then does Kakiri?
Ooh.
Because you only need about 8 shoes to get through the maze and do Pot and Rolling Goron. And you can also save scum the grotto outside for the hint. And also just do Trail Grotto as well.
I am not sure about path priority and how that works, Fenris, so...
Spirit Temple to water. The only thing that would have path today is going to be Spirit Temple. Well, technically, Light Arrows would also have, potentially have priority if they weren't in Midas House.
I do not believe we've seen Child Spawn yet, no.
No. I think Sponge is trying to see if he can desperately pull Rita's letter here.
Light arrows are just chilling in Midos.
Yeah. Yeah. Sponge wellness Light Arrows.
Yeah, Sponge just got distracted by seeing a Goron City path hint while they were next to the path to Goron City.
And a 10 pack of cheese. Kakariko. Okay. Wait, our save and quit point is windmill?
Oh, that's actually
was that windmill or was that archery game? Oh, it was just Nimbus House, okay. So Sponge knows that Goron City Path
looks like it's in the maze.
Yeah.
Whatever we're looking for, it's in the maze.
Yeah. Regardless,
That's true, it could be on Lonk.
I think
we're seeing chickens.
We're gonna see chickens, we'll see Composer's Grave, and we'll also probably open up the well as well. I mean, we've got Bomb Cheese, we've got ZL. This kind of solves the issue of having to go to CAC for Minuet to get ZL to begin with.
What was on chickens or hasn't
Nothing.
Sponge?
Nothing, of course.
In which case I have the perfect emote.
Caper. Oh god.
The song we don't need.
Okay, so logically we had to go... Logically, Minuet locks Arya song today.
I mean, yes, but we also know that all the chicks are dead.
Yes, including frogs too. But at this point, like, unless Nocturne is either on Bolero or behind in Ice Cavern. On Bolero or in Ice Cavern. We're not going into Shadow Temple for a long time.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. But then again, Shadow is a stone.
Yeah.
It does in fact look like it's time for the well.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the whale is later, Malcolm. I mean, we've got Choose, and we've got Ziao. So we can get most of the checks in here.
All the checks in here? Yeah.
Oh,
There's our bow.
Starting with a bow.
Okay.
And there's one nice and visible over there. Let's see what that big chest is in a moment. V-Dead Grotto, however, is bomb bag.
Actual bombs.
Yeah, we do like actual bombs. Yep, those are bomb-locked bombs. Or hammer-locked bombs. Okay, that's 3 big chests in the bottom of the well so far. You don't care about the coffin?
To fire arrows?
I want to go with the bow.
Nice.
So, technically, in this set of rules, I believe that those are not ice arrows, but blue fire arrows.
That is correct.
Hey look, magic! It literally gave you all the components. It gave you the bow, it gave you the blue fire arrows, and it gave you the magic, all in the same place.
Yeah.
So yes, for reference, this makes ice arrows behave like, well, blue fire. So
right.
Those packed mud walls, they're gone if you shoot them with that. Which could actually possibly mean that our bombs are into Dongo's cavern behind blue fire arrows?
I don't believe melting mud walls is logically... It can be done, it's just not logically expected.
Even with blue fire arrows?
I believe so.
That makes sense.
I
But
think,
it would be funny.
yeah.
Like, tell me that these 2 lovely runs, these lovely skilled runners, are not going to meme as hard as they can by using the blue fire arrows.
I mean, I think you immediately go for ice after when you get back at all. I mean...
Isn't you and Kakariko there? Though actually, I guess we've got Bolero. So, yeah. Bolero warping to Crater, coming out of Crater.
I mean, I think you just go push it, because with Blue Fire Heroes, that also solves the KZ issue. And Fountain's dead, so it's not like you're going for Icy Waters or... So you
yes, that's true.
Just go upriver, grab the hints, grab the items. And, I mean, from a song perspective, maybe it's Nocturne, maybe it's something else.
Like you
maybe
still
it's
want
Eponas.
Eponas. Yeah, like you still want Eponas. Nocturne you probably don't actually care about.
Nocturne will be nice just from a maneuverability standpoint, but it's something we could hope that we don't see ever. Casey hasn't been hinted, but Fountain was hinted.
Yeah, this well is pretty nicely, yeah. It's not loaded. Okay, it has double magic, what the heck?
Okay, so this was a 100% required well.
You must drink from the well to obtain magic powers.
Yeah.
Oh, seeds are so silly sometimes.
Yeah, let's see where Volc goes here. He's climbing out. Sponge can... Well, I mean... Sponge might go... It's so hard to say.
Getting their bomb bag.
Yeah.
Serious business? Volc's about to get them. Note that this is not a logical bomb bag.
Right. This is either bomb or hammer locked. But... Sponge about to get his second magic.
Yeah. I would be wondering, is it river or is it up the mountain? Because those are basically your two options from here. But you kind of want to go up the mountain as adult, so I guess head river as child and hope you get a Zora's letter. Is that Zora's letter?
Ruto's letter. I mean, I don't like... in a sense, I don't like this just because you have the Goron City the Baronate hint. And...
Yeah, that's a fair point.
And if it's letter or if it's letter, well, I mean, Blue Fire Rails kind of removed the empty the bottle out of the equation problem. I'd probably I guess we're going to go for beans. Oh, are we going? Oh, the beans, so we can unclog the Bolero ward pad. And use that as a... That's not the worst plan. Sponge, I think, is... Yeah, he's got plenty of time today. He's going for a boulder and then going in the market. Bomb Shoot Bowling was hinted to have Bomb Shoot... I think, was it Bomb Shoes and a Slingshot?
Slingshot and nothing else, so Bomb Shoot Bowling isn't actually helpful.
No. Okay, Skull Mask is dead. Frogs 1 is dead.
I'm expecting Sponge is just doing this before going adult.
Yeah, he probably ropes in Castle Fairy and Richard.
Oh yes. Castle Fairy is actually not one we see as often as I'd like, and it's an excellent way to get those hints too.
Yeah, Sponge has a bunch of money, so he's got to go buy the shield now. Alright, first hint, river hint. Oh good, we have a small key and child spirit.
Yay!
So... I mean, crossing was always 100% required.
Yeah, like, we're always gonna need to cross. And there's the second copy of the Bomb Tube Bowling, right next to the Bomb Tube Bowling, which is nice.
Yeah.
And also second copy of Claim Check in River.
Alright. Oh, there's a slingshot.
Oh, you really don't need to do Bomb Tube Bowling. Hey look, a bigger wallet!
GTG the... Oh, God.
Hammer? Maybe
Yeah.
hovers.
Yeah, hovers or hammer. It's not going to be the Fortunix.
Well, we were going to be going past it anyway. This just makes it on the way. Like, you just need to stop at the pawn shop on the way to the actual supermarket.
Alright. Let's go get the dog. Someone needs to make a cosmetic that turns Richard blue.
No, you don't adulterate with Richard. Richard is perfectly lovely the way he is.
Alright. Domain hint.
Was that a toilet hint?
I believe that was a toilet hint.
Did...
That was a deku stick.
Okay, I didn't see what it was, I just saw it was toilet.
Yeah. Alright, well. Do we have Storm's Path to Twin Rofa? We don't have Storm's Path to Twin... I mean, Storms has to be Path to Twin Rofa, what am I saying? Because it's magic and we need the magic. But Storms locks all magic. Not... Oh, good! We can't have Storms hinted to anything but Twin Rofa today. Wonderful.
Hang on, I missed a step there.
Storm, because both magics were in the well, Storms locks both magics, ergo, because it's logical crossing, we need magic to get to Twin Rofa. For Desert Crossing logic, ergo, Storms has, Storms can't be any path to anything but Rofa.
Yeah, what I don't know is path priority hints very well.
The path priority, there's basically... So, for people who are wondering about path priorities, there's basically 3 categories of hints. It's bridge, then boss key, then hero. You're basically never going to see hero. Because basically the only thing that can ever get hinted hero is magic. Or maybe a bow. But probably just magic. And with magic almost certainly getting required in some form or another elsewhere in the seed.
And just for viewers who might be new, after this chest, what are bridge requirements and key requirements? Oh, hey, look, it's the lens.
Yep, lens. Okay, well, there's one of something that we need for our bridge. So the bridge in these settings is vanilla light arrows. Which means you have to collect both your Spirit Medallion and your Shadow Medallion. We started with Shadow Medallion today, so it's only Spirit Medallion. And the light arrows to open up the Ganon's Castle bridge.
Second bow, by the way, also bomb locked.
Yeah. So that's our bridge condition. And so anything hinted for that is required for that, and for Spirit Temple it's going to be 2 strengths, Mirror Shield, Magic, Lens, Hook Shot, hovers upon, like anything to get into Spirit Temple, or beat Spirit Temple. That all is going to go under the bridge paths prioritization today. On the other hand, you then have Boss Key, and Boss Key is all the other 4 medallions that you have to collect, which are Light, Forest, Water, Fire.
And thank you very much for filling everyone in. Occasionally we have new people here, and honestly, even between seeds, there's quite often such different bridge and Ganon boss key requirements that it's usually good to clarify, especially near the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. And we did pull... Oh, yeah, no, we did pull Eponas, so... Like, right now... Sponge is gonna go River, and I guess probably just go for Ice here. I mean, from a song perspective, this just could be... The only real value in here is Nocturne or Suns, from, like, a checks perspective. From a convenience perspective, Nocturne or Serenade would also be nice.
Yeah, I was thinking about Serenade for convenience, because otherwise, like, Gerudo's Valley, we know is foolish, so it doesn't have any, checks that open up new checks.
Yeah.
But so, like, it's kind of isolated down all the way in the south. So having something to get there quickly is very nice.
Yeah, and Volc's not going to make the plan to Goron City yet. Interesting. There's only 4 checks that could be our path item, and he has the ability to collect 3 of them. Or did he not I thought he planted the bean. Or did he not plant the bean and was going to hold on to that Interesting.
I have no idea.
He has 2 beans now, he never planted a bean. So his only way into Goron City right now is through Lost Woods.
And you know, walking.
Yeah. Sponge is like, okay, well, slingshot.
And doing this setup so smoothly.
Yeah.
This is why it's so amazing watching these really high-class runners.
Yeah.
The execution is just lovely.
Yes.
Volc checked Frogs 1, it was nothing.
Yeah, Frogs 1's nothing. A child domain was nothing. Volc's second bow. And yeah, Sponge is just gonna go straight up to Adult Fountain. This is 3 more hints for Sponge, and I mean, we're still missing 2 paths. It's fairly likely we're gonna eat a path for light arrows. But maybe we get lucky and the game didn't decide to give it to us. It'd be really interesting just to see if was our bow in the whale bomb locked?
No, absolutely not. It was right next to the entrance.
Okay, so there's a decent shot that, because we also started with song. Well, we can't get to the right side maze without bombs right now because we don't have a hook shot to go the long way.
Oh, it's hammer locked. Or strength 2 locked.
Yeah. Or if we had hover boots, we could do the gainer, but
Yeah,
no.
a lot of niche uses.
Oh wait, no, we never checked Link to Goron. Hold on.
Yeah, but we saw a big chest on hammer chest.
Ooh. Alright. Alright.
Yep. We need a hammer or we need strength 2.
An interesting, so this is that's actually really, really, really interesting.
Oh yeah, it's making this quite fun.
Well, it also, because it's path to Barony and not path to Prova. So if it's a strength, if it's hammer, that means strength 2 is unlocked by hammer. If it's it potentially means that our strength 2 and our hammer are independently accessible.
Yeah, yeah. Which is
or all 3 strengths are independently accessible.
Because strength has never been awkward in any seed ever. I will let you imagine the face I pulled as I said that.
Yeah. Or bomb shoes.
Yeah, bomb shoes are always nice.
Double magic fire arrows. Sponge is freaking ecstatic.
Well, yeah. Like, if you have a chance to meme, did you expect Sponge not to meme?
I mean, just look how fast it goes compared to normal.
Yeah, it is super fast and it's really nice to see. I've not actually seen this before. I've never actually commentated something where blue fire arrows were a thing.
Yeah. Oh god!
Prescription. We're not getting that Hylian shield off Bigoron.
I already bought them.
Yeah, Angie, you're getting the prescription from right next to Bigoron. Also, that was Dodongo's cabin on the path to Twin Rover. We've probably got a strength in there.
Yeah, interesting.
Though actually, no, because we need strength 2, and strength logic gets interesting. Oh yeah, you absolutely do Dodongo's cabin on the way past.
Yeah. Well, there's our garden tunic.
Definitely don't need any of those wallets. Thanks, hints. Fints.
Alright, well, what? Not a lot in, Not a lot, but I think Sponge is gonna go do Southfield over to,
Yeah, but also, both of the Dodongos to Twin Rover hints were right next to each other on Death Mountain Trail, and, you know, Dodongo's cabin.
Ooh. Alright, well, let's see what this is. I'm honestly probably using blue fire arrows to conserve bombs right now.
Yeah, especially because Volc's only got one left.
Yep, there's Kukiri Forest Evil Main. That's for our light arrows.
Also, as a niche thing that doesn't tend to happen, Volc setting off Bonchus with Sword Slash.
Yeah. Alright.
Double defense is the prettiest model in the game, and you are unlikely to convince me otherwise. I might have a slight weakness for gold and white. Come on, Sail Scrub. Hey look, it's more tubes!
I believe that is all of our tube packs located.
Well, at least Sponge isn't going to be hurting for explosives.
No.
Ooh, big chest. Hey look, it's a bomb bag. So, if blue fire arrows are not in logic, that bomb bag is also not in logic.
But it could be in logic if we just have a hammer sitting over in...
Or a strength.
Like the first... A hammer or strength sitting in one of the first couple checks of... GTG.
Yes, that is possible. Or if it's just, you know, sitting out in a random grotto.
Yeah. Boomerang chest is dead. Yeah, unfortunately, that is all 5 of our paths, so we aren't going to get a path of deck retreat today. So, good luck finding the Kukiri sword. So, anyone want to bet at the odds that Sponge is going to pull his long shot out of GTG and by using the hookshot tricks?
I am expecting a strength.
Unfortunately, HP is not going to get done because of time of day.
I mean, are you sure? Are you sure? Sponge is waiting.
Oh.
I mean, it makes sense. If you're going past her anyway and you know you need to do GTG, why not do horseback archery on the way? You've got the bow, you've got the horse.
Actually, it was very much closer to the time of day than I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm expecting strength in GTG, or... Why, that's a hook shot.
Alright.
Dodongo's Cavern is path to Twin Rover.
Yeah. But...
Okay, is it the bombs or is it the hook shot? Is everything being routed through Spirit Temple bloody key logic requiring the long shot?
Or it could just be long shot across the...
No, you need to
get Requiem. To get Requiem.
Oh. Maybe.
Because we still have to get across Wasteland.
But no, I'm sorry, I'm with Alazan on this. Any key in right hand enjoys? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or long shot is hook locked, yeah, that's also easily possible. And hello, horseback archery. Please, just go on, Sponge. Just put me to shame. I'm so bad at this. I want to see people doing this well. Okay, not casually showing off. Because I have seen Sponge just casually get like a 2000 using only the targets and not the pots.
Yeah.
Actually, what's that, Sponge?
Sponge.
Oh, that's a strength on horseback archery.
Alright, well that's bomb bag and logic, which now throws a lot of everything else into logic.
But it also means that that other things. It also means that we're not going to get any.
Oh, big on sword.
Yeah, we love casual begone sword. Sword just makes everything faster.
Yeah. And we can go to the Forest Temple too now. Yay. Alright.
I mean, if I hadn't had dinner already, then we were planning for me to make the joke of, okay, it's time for dinner, it's Forest Temple, you don't need me for this bit.
Alright.
So this check is bomb locked, so this one can't be.
No, this is in logic now.
Oh yeah, of course this is in logic because we've got that strength. And thank you very much for subscribing, Lil Bunny. Lil Bunny. Technically Lil Bunny J.
I mean, Sponge is basically going to clear out GTG except for straight 2 unless we somehow pull a second strength in here. Well, we know toilets. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so it's not clearing out the toilet.
Yeah. Oh. More keys. I think that's a big chest. 7 key deep.
Well, strap in everybody. Hookshot was above King Dodongo, and Dodongo's Cavern is path to Twin Rover. On the other hand, we also found a bomb bag in Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, and our second bomb bag is potentially just bomb locked.
Okay, we know the second bomb bag is bomb or hammer locked, but that bomb bag that we found was only strength locked and strength was accessible.
Yeah.
So that is our first logical bomb bag is in fact into Dongo's cannon land. No one was surprised.
More keys.
Well, we're apparently going to need all the keys we can get.
Yeah, the good thing is why we need 7 keys to get that chest. From a logical perspective, we need 7 keys. From a practical perspective, we only need 5. So we have to pull one of the next 5 items that Sponge is going to look at.
Oh, we're also going to see this room being done hook-shotless, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, I find this room easier to do hook-shotless than with single hook shot.
And if Sponge has gotten some extra rupees, we know it works. He's got an extra 5 rupees. The hand grabbed him into the last silver rupee, so he's good.
Volc seems unlikely to skip horseback archery.
What's the...
Oh,
it's
no,
night.
It's night.
Yeah, might be an issue. Sunsong is probably behind Water Temple.
The thing is, hook-shotless silver rupee in GTG, you can just eyeball it. I eyeball it.
Yeah. So it's also like only like two side hops and a couple rolls. Okay. So we should be good on small keys. Sponge hasn't skipped any. We haven't seen them ease yet, so hard to say what our loadout in the silver block run will be. But I suspect it's not going to be more than 2 small keys.
We haven't... Central chest wasn't big, was it?
I don't think so, but the one before that was. Now for the funniest possible hammer location in GTG.
Oh no. Wait, this is hammer locked.
One of these is hammer locked.
True, true.
No.
Okay, so we have Sponge is probably just going to go in.
It's time for the maze, and then Wasteland time.
Oh, don't worry. The dreams of an awkward hammer spot are not shattered. I have seen way more inconvenient hammers, like in Water Trial.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of need those.
We don't, but we do.
Okay, we logically need those. I am in fact a keen right-hand enjoyer, and I'm feeling good. Hey, look, there's Longshot.
All right. Well, we'll see. I have to imagine, like, once Sponge reaches Requiem, he's going to go to Bow Largo and then probably check Oran City out. I feel like that's probably his next best play.
Not sure.
Also, that is probably logically our long shot.
Oh, yeah.
so there's a good chance that we...
Yeah, that I'm fairly sure that hook is in fact hook locked because of the Silver Rupee room.
Yeah. Because there's a key in Wolfos
and the upper level of the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the chest above King Dodongo for the first one.
Yeah.
And so we actually very neatly have everything we need for the crossing before we get to the crossing. Like, perfectly en route. Is anyone else suspicious? This scene seems to be being too nice.
Well, I mean, right now our problem is we have no idea where our mirror shield or... we have no idea where our mirror shield or Kukuri sword will be.
We are going to, in fact, be trying to find a needle in a haystack. Only the needle is butter knife.
2 needles, unfortunately.
Yeah, but a shield isn't a needle.
Volc has opponents. Opponents was on the Blairow check. So that probably should just...
Yeah, there's occasionally some little things with trackers going on.
Yeah.
I would note that one of our trackers is also our restreamer. So,
yeah.
Dealing with slightly more than just tracking.
Yeah.
See, doing hints as well. I was being nice to you, Tamaltak. I was being nice.
Lensless for... No, we have the lens. We have everything in logic.
He didn't equip it.
Fine. Look, and we even got fire arrows so we can go back through Wasteland and get,
Strength was on horseback archery. 1500?
yeah.
Okay, what's that on the arch?
I can't tell.
Is that too? No, it's too pale for that.
Well, anyway. Time to go get our Vanilla Requiem. The 4th hint of the game that we got was... Requiem was vanilla, so... Okay, yeah, Sponge is gonna...
If you have hook shot, then yes, there are enough keys for long shot in logic. Really? No? Huh.
Were there enough? I'm not sure. There were 2 more keys. No, they're not. There were definitely 2 keys, and I think we were missing at least 1 key in...
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Silver Block Room has 1 key, so I'm pretty sure there's 3 hookshot lock small keys in GTG.
Okay, in which case ignore me, I can't count keys for peanuts. Wallets can be useful. In these particular settings where we have fewer tunic requirements, the first level of wallet can be required to buy a fire tunic, and the second level of wallet can be required to get a Zora tunic for Central Pillar. Fire tunic is logically, but not actually, required for Volvagia and for going beyond the elevator room on the first floor of the Fire Temple.
Yeah. Also, 2 wallets can also be logically required in order to buy blue fire arrows from the Kokiri potion shop. Not the Kakariko potion shop. To go and freeze King Zora. So you can get an item off of him that somehow locks Viruda's letter.
Yeah, blue fire arrows.
Yeah. Or unfreezing him so you can go help King Big Goron out because the trading quest requires the frog.
We do love Paradox Letter, and unfreezing King Zora for the quest is the worst feeling.
Yeah. Now the nice thing was Sponge is going to have hover boots for GTG for Goron City. Okay. Also, Sponge is definitely going to go into DC, just because this could be a mirror shield. So Sponge will have long shot. But Sponge is also going to have hover boots to do the gainer in Goron City, and pick up whatever is Strength 2 or Hammerlocked.
Ooh, nice. Bigoron, however, is not anything that we need.
No.
Bigoron is a Hylian shield. You can get one shield at the bottom of the mountain.
Yes. Sponge with 39 bomb juice. Odds are that Sponge does the bomb juice strat in Child Spirit.
Yeah, that strength being on horseback archery, Volc has abandoned it.
Yeah.
Not abandoned, orphaned. On the other hand, Volc has gone across the Wasteland.
Yeah.
And they will be going back to GTG at some point, maybe?
Burning Cake is prelude.
Oh hey, we really don't need to care about that.
It's not OT, but it's...
We do not need to worry about prelude.
Yeah. Hello. Some say that this maze is a problem. Sponge, on the other hand, has 34 bomb trees. Sponge, you should probably know that this has to be an item.
And hover boots just neatly running over those rocks.
Yeah, and there's a river.
We suspected it was rank. Sponge. Sponge, you just trying to kill yourself? Yes, you are.
Hey, this will also work well because he entered Goron City from the top, so he just gets to come back out through that entrance to go to TC. But it's going to be faster than... he could have stood on, for those wondering, he did not have to die to get out of there. Even without Sunsong, he could have stood on the chest and hopped over the boulders. But...
Okay, Volc wants whatever is on that arch.
I'm suspecting it's Strength 2. So if that is in fact Strength 2, we should see Sponge making a trip down to River at some point.
It is a very well placed t-shirt. Also, the two Dodongo's Cavern hints are right outside Dodongo's Cavern. When you're heading there anyway.
So, what do we need to finish the seed? We need essentially just irons, Rudos, hammer, like a hammer, Kokiri sword, mirror shield.
Yeah, none of which are hinted.
Yeah. Well, iron boots are probably hinted, but something that we have not seen is in Spirit Temple, and it's Path of
Oh
Morza.
yes, that's true. Yes, and we've got hookshot, so yeah, it has to be irons.
Yeah.
Or something that leads to irons.
Yeah.
I think the worst item, and chat, I want to hear your opinions on this. What is the worst item you can find in the crater? Because I think the most concerning one is finding Long milk in Death Mountain Crater. That milk is gonna taste foul.
I don't know. I mean, there's a cow right outside of there.
No, but literally finding a bottle of milk in the grotto in Death Mountain Crater, or in the wall.
And Sponge is starting.
It's going to taste nasty.
Yeah. And Sponge is starting skulls.
No, dint would be appropriate to find in the crater.
No. It's a scale.
That's a scale in Spirit Temple, which is path to more OoT.
Well, the good news is we get a second scale. We can probably ignore irons.
Oh, there's a big chest. Also, one of my lovely boyfriends has come up with the worst location for Nehru's love. In the toilet.
I was going to say, what about the, if we had Scrub Sanity on the Gorn City Scrubs?
I do not want to know why those scrubs need protection. Anyway.
A giant thing of fire between
that's
you
just
and them.
an empty bottle. Bait. I really hope that's bait and not skulls. No, it can't be skulls. We've got a shot.
Yeah, but we don't have a bottle yet for Big Pose.
Big pose would be an entire thing. Okay, let's see if Spirit's Temple key logic is long shot locked. Actually, no, we can't.
No, we will. If this is a small key. This will be a long shot lock. It looked like it was a small chest when Sponge peeked it, but I wasn't sure. Oh, no, big chest. Never mind.
Hey, look, actual iron boots. It's fine, folks. We're safe. It's fine, folks. We're safe. We've got iron boots and spirits. Although, as a fascinating historical note, the hands checks in earlier seasons actually used to be counted as part of Desert Colossus rather than Spirit Temple, which occasionally made logic really freaking interesting.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, physically they're located in Colossus, but you can't get there without going through Spirit Temple.
And additionally, if you have entrance randomizer on, dungeon entrance randomizer, then sometimes the logical way to get to the Spirit Temple dungeon entrance is to find the entrance that goes out onto those hands, jump down, and then walk in. Sometimes that is the logical way to get to the Spirit Temple entrance, and I find that hilarious.
Oh yeah, I love that. I play a lot of Link to the Past Randomizer cross keys. So, connector shenanigans are always funny. If there's one thing that I miss in Ocarina of Time, it's like having actual connectors that are just inside houses. Because other than Spirit Temple, it's literally just a Kakariko potion shop.
Yeah.
I mean, and then occasionally get the invisible entrances or the the age inaccessible entrances, but
yeah. So, what we mean by the wall set being mostly glitchless is A, look at that link that was posted. B, something that basically you can do it glitchless, but it's easier to do it. I think one of the main... Oh, what's the main one that is technically possible glitchless?
Hey, look, we're about to see a technical... Well, we could have seen one. The two that people tend to do the most are flame storage and ground jumps. Just because they make everything just a little easier.
Yeah, because there is technically, like, you can technically do the ground jumps things in a way that's glitchless, but...
Yeah.
But
so
it's not complicated, and this is just simple.
Sponge is taking advantage of having Serenade to use the owl. Volc's going to get the bad news that he needs Hammer or Strength 2 for whatever
Or
his
hovers.
or hovers. Okay. So this is definitely going to be strength 2 out there in the arch, because Sponge is going for beans.
Yeah. Okay. I did think it looked bad.
So Sponge will probably do Child Spirit, grab the key, and then go adult. Because he has fire arrows, so he doesn't have to do any sort of bow grab. I think the only question right now is if he goes into domain or not.
Given he's bringing the chicken with him and keeping it in the corner, I'm guessing the answer's yes.
Well, I mean, he might also just be doing Frog Swamp.
You don't need the chicken for that.
Helps just to get across the gap. Okay, yeah. This will probably be just make sure that letter hasn't ended up in domain somehow.
Which we know it hasn't,
No.
because Volc's already checked it.
Yeah.
Volc's actually using that scale that he picked up in Spirit to get to Lake Hylia easier,
Yeah.
whereas Sponge is doing this the other way round.
Yeah.
Oh, I like setting up Scarecrow here. I really like that.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much you want to do adult, like.
At this point, with so many needle in haystack items to find,
Well, we have Forest Temple. 100% in logic. We also have Adult Spirit.
but why would you do Stone Forest
And
if you don't have to?
Sponge will do Adult Spirit and get Iron, so he'll also have Water Temple. I mean, which is foolish, but...
Hey look, it's third bow!
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. No, the other bow was on a Deku Scrub that you can get to as adults. The bows were not all child only.
Yeah.
So mostly our runners are just going over things we've already seen. So given that we're at 1 hour and 11 minutes, I think it's time to shout outs. So, thank you to our lovely runners, Sponge and Volc, who now have the links to go and follow them up in the chat.
Yeah, thank you to our trackers today, Tomaltalk and Lady Draco, and our restreamer, Tomaltalk, as well.
And thank you to my lovely fellow co-commentator, Tafile.
Oh yeah, thank you, Sancho, for signing up so this thing could get going.
By the way, am I pronouncing that right?
It's perfectly fine.
How do you pronounce it?
I have about 5 or 6 ways I pronounce it. It's perfectly fine. Alright.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so for reference, I signed up with like 15 minutes to spare for this commentary. It was just like, hey, we've got a race happening very soon. Is anyone available?
Yeah. Some guy named Sponge in Volc. I mean, honestly, like, you know, with this only being top 32, there are a lot of fantastic runners.
Oh.
And top 32. Like, I mean, as I said, like, the winner of this is going to go face Rock Drop, who's great. But the winner of that match is going to go face one of our 4 previous tournament champions.
Didn't Sponge win a tournament champion?
He won SGL, not main tournament.
Okay, I knew Sponge won something.
Sponge is, I believe, been runner-up twice. He's not exactly a slouch.
I thought Sponge won one of the seasons. Is my memory misleading me? Alas, and you're likely to know.
Sponge, you have 30. You have more chews than God.
Sponge lost to Karaoke in finals. Fair.
We're not going to talk about that season. Anyway. Well, anyway, this part of Child Spirit is faster as a kid anyway, so...
Oh yeah, absolutely. I prefer doing this as a kid. But mostly because my aim sucks with the bow and trying to do it fast.
We got fire arrows!
I mean, yeah, that makes it a lot easier, but I'm still not fast.
Yeah. Sponge has a scale, which kind of solves the how will I get back to domain later on in this seed issue that he had.
Yep, just Serenade and Dive.
Yeah, so it has to be Sun Song on OoT, and Nocturne is going to be our prelude song. By the way.
And now they've both waited about the same length of time for time of day.
Yeah.
Though Sponge very much had the better sequence because time of day issues meant that Volc is missing that strength on horseback archery.
Yeah.
It may come back to bite him.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's a chance that there's another strength out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, the weirdness of the boomerang being pat the Baronade and not somehow getting caught up. Means that strength 2 could be on 20 skulls. There could be another strength on 20 skulls, or for all we know, the last strength is in Water Temple or Ganon's Castle.
Yeah, because it's just kind of out there and available, the other strengths could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Stab him! Stab him in the kneecaps! Don't you know a stick that's been broken is stronger than steel?
Yeah, so let's see if this will be Volc trying to rectify his HVA skip.
Sponge planted the bean, right?
Yes. Okay, so this will be Volc on for strength. And then we'll see if it'll be maybe be HVA or maybe, well, got Iron Boots and Long Shot, you're probably going to go for Water. Well, Water's foolish, but it is a song.
Oh, it was...
Oh, Din's Fire!
I thought it looked lighter than strength. That makes more sense.
Oh no, that's Shadow Temple. All of a sudden, we have OOT and logic.
I think we just found the biggest Bologna we've received. Let's see. There's an unhindered strength on HBA, but it looks like
Well, he has. We'll see. He picked up fire arrows, so this could just be Wasteland. I don't know if you want to go back for HVA specifically without strength 2, so you can do Silver Block Room and GTG, but we'll see. You know.
Well, why else is Volc going back right now? He wouldn't be crossing Wasteland. Unless he's planning on doing that.
Well, I mean, he got fire arrows at Colossus Ferry.
Oh, do you reckon he wants Wasteland? Yeah, okay. If this is something, then this is a hell of a thing. Can you imagine it? Oh my god, it actually is something. Oh my god.
God. That is impressive.
That Wasteland check is going... That Demon's Fire is leading them into Wasteland, which is going to lead them into going to HBA? That is an amazing bailout for Volc.
Yeah.
It's an amazing bailout.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Sponge isn't gonna be far behind.
No. Sponge is gonna be doing the exact same thing. I guess the question is, like, do you want... I guess you just kind of want to just get the Silver Block Room out of the way once you're full strength 2. So you're just never coming back to Fortress for the rest of the seed. At this point, like, Sponge still has done, like, Ice Cavern, but it's only for Serenade, but that's going to buy... That does, like... Serenade will buy Sponge time this seed. Getting to Lake is not a trivial issue in a lot of these seeds.
Volc's going to get that strength.
Yeah, here comes Sponge heading for his Dins.
Is horseback archery.
Horseback archery.
Shadow can totally have mirror.
Yeah. Water Temple is foolish, so we're just looking for the big key.
Yeah, so Shadow, Nocturne is, I believe, vanilla?
No, Nocturne is Prelude.
Oh, Nocturne is Prelude.
Yep,
So
Burning Kick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So all we need to do to get Nocturne of Shadow is to complete Water Temple. We've got that. Yes, Volc reset. So yeah. So Nocturne is in Prelude check, which just needs Forest Medallion, which is in water. We can do water. So Nocturne of Shadow is in Logic. The song that is on the Burning Kakariko check is... Oh hey look, it's the boss key. We can just go straight to Water Boss. Nice. So yeah, Sponge is just going to be heading straight to finishing water as soon as possible. Almost. And then they're going to be well on their way. So they could go into Shadow. They do not want to go into Shadow.
No. Well, there will probably be an attempt to go into... but Longshot is path to... Longshot's possibly path to...
GTG was path to Twin Rover.
No, GTG was path to Bowl.
Right, yes, which is why we... Oh!
Your shield could be on Shadow Temple Dead Hand.
Yeah, GTG is part of Volvagia. We've got Hover Boots, we've got Hookshot / Long Shot. So Hover Boots can Hover Boots not be the path to Volv?
No, hover boots are going to be the path to Volv, but they're not a path to Volv. They're not a path to Rova, which means if there's anything in Shadow Temple, it has to be the first 2 items.
Okay.
Mirror can be undead. Mirror can be in the first 2 checks. It can't be got past the hover boots check. Hover boots block.
Okay, path priority gets really interesting, doesn't it?
This is a strength of path prioritization and learning the logic. The problem with path prioritization is like if somehow it's like a vanilla Nocturne for vanilla Shadow Mid, then everything kind of goes to the wrong goes.
Yeah, I'm learning the path priority system just as much as you are serious business. But once you've got that it makes, as long as...
Oh wait, no, that's right. No, okay, yeah, no, that's... Because we had a path to Morpha, that means Nocturne can't be path to Rova.
Yeah. Because the hover boots are taken by the Volv path, and if the hover boots were going to be taken by the Rover path, then we would get a path to Rover.
No, it would be that because we have Iron Boots path to Morpha, Iron Boots Nocturne can't be path to Rova. Because Iron Boots are required to beat Morpha if we needed to get Mirrored Shield out of Shadow Temple, and we need to beat Morpha in order to get to Shadow Temple. Rova would take priority over all Morpha paths.
I mean, KP does have a point. Mirrorshield could just be chilling on Phantom Cannon.
Look, I mean, this is not going to... Like, path prioritization still has nothing over, like, last year's tournament where people just sussed out the fact that there was a Kokiri sword on Skull Mask, with the Skull Mask hints being in incredibly horrible places, just because there was no Queen Goma path. And they knew that the Queen Goma path had to be eaten by an Oasis.
I thought it was because of the hint logic for where the hints were placed.
No, it was because of there were no slingshots that locked each other, and therefore the only thing that could have been hinted, there had to be a Rova path, there had to be a Goma path, but there was no Goma path because there was a double path, and logic. It's fun.
We love hint logic. We don't love hint logic.
So the path the path stuff's been around for a while. This kind of replaced the old Way of the Hero system, which was Way of the Hero basically was something here is important. Go forward. And if it's magic, well, magic's already kind of Way of the Hero by default because you need magic to use light arrows to beat the game.
Yeah. Like, there is also another advantage to path logic, and that's that it gives commentators and chat stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Sponge is heading for Forest Temple. Yeah.
No, Sponge! Go get...
Well, I don't think he wants to go for Dins. But yeah, that could be an issue if he misses Strain 2 because of...
yeah, the Dinge just takes you so very nicely into Wasteland and GTG.
Yeah, he might just be doing Courtyard just because he's also going for Skulls right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And so this is a bunch of... The good and the bad about this is there's a high chance of small keys for the Forest Temple in these checks. But there's also a bunch of Skulls here, so... with the amount of stuff he's missing, he's probably also just looking to pull some skulls. I'm assuming something might be on 10 or 20. We know it's not 10. I don't think we've seen 20 yet.
It is always one of my pieces of advice to new runners. Never forget 10 and 20 exist. I have seen people last location hookshot on 10 before.
Yeah.
On 2 seeds in a row. Actually, I think technically it was 20 the second time.
Alright. Only see 3 key forest. Volc having a little more trouble with Martha than Sponge, but still pretty readily handled.
All I'm saying is if they both end up in Forest Temple, I'm going to go and get some chocolate for dessert.
Look, Volc has strength 2. Volc will be going to Spirit Temple before he sets one in Forest Temple.
I should hope so. So,
yeah,
he just hopefully leaves Forest after Courtyard.
Yeah.
If not, we're mostly going to be paying attention to Volc's screen for a while.
Yeah, but it's looking like the block maze is basically going to be all of our small key stuff.
Okay, Sponge is heading out.
Yeah. Will this be a play who's gonna go do big pose? Makes sense.
No, going...
Not getting Nocturne, but he also grabbed that bottle, so... he also equipped the bottle, so I have to imagine he's also gonna just combo this with Big Pose. Volc's going
back to
yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go for... Go back into GG just to clear... Yeah, just to clear out the silver blocker while you're here. Like, you knew water... Because Water Temple is foolish, so you should have just...
It looks like... Yeah, Sponge is definitely doing pose. The question is where Sponge goes after this.
Well, after this, Sponge really only has Rest of Forest Temple, and then... Like, he has Nocturne now, so he might opt to go for Wasteland, and then... So, like, Sponge may have decided to route this, like, I'm going to go do Arch. I'm going to go do the Arch. I'm going to go... check Haunted Wasteland and then Nocturne out of there.
I mean...
Because it's kind of a slow thing to get out of.
Does Sponge even remember Haunted Wasteland?
I mean, he's going to have Dins and Fire Arrows, and he picked up both of them right after crossing. So it's not like it's going to have been something you could have done the first time through.
Yeah, so, fun thing, Papatsuki.
Yeah.
Volc had 0 strength, and then ran into 2 in quick succession.
Yeah.
Including the one that he'd missed the first time through. Sponge got it the first time through.
Yeah.
But as a result, hasn't gone back to Wasteland.
The Sponge is going to want to get thin so he can pick up, so he can go into Shadow.
Sponge has forgotten that he doesn't have Dinge yet.
Or
he's doing something completely different. He could be doing something completely different.
I believe he's checking 10 skulls.
Yes, that's true. Has been collecting skulls. Makes sense.
Alright, let's see what's over here in Adult Spirit. Now, we knew logically child outside was required because there's a small key. Was it hard required? No.
I feel like I might have been doing a disservice to Sponge by saying that Sponge had forgotten he had Dinspire. I love Sponge, but sometimes he can forget very silly things.
Yeah.
In all fairness, all runners can forget very silly things.
Yeah. Well, the good thing for Sponge is, like, with so many things being outstanding, the fact that he's already done Ice Cavern, he's going to get roped into doing the things he needs to do sooner than later.
Yeah, the question is whether Volc finds them all neatly on the path first.
Yeah, I mean, the problem right now is, like, Mirror Shield opens with a lot of checks because that it will open up Organ's Castle. And if, like, Letter Hammer is in there, like, there's a chance Volc never goes in there. But if, like, Letter shows up in Spirit Temple, that'd be really good for Sponge, I think.
Would it though? Okay, it's neighbors.
Well, I think Volc is trying to not do Shadow. He's trying not to do Ice Cavern as long as possible without Letter right now.
And honestly, can't blame him, and it's going to save him time.
Yeah. Though with the Shrines, we now have logical access to that boomerang. But that's still...
Okay. Technically, it is not an unhindered scavenger hunt. Technically, it's...
It's not for an unhindered scavenger hunt.
Technically, the way I like thinking of randomizers is that it makes the entire game into a puzzle, and it puts the pieces in different places each time.
Yeah. Sponge planted the bean, so he saw something. I think Sponge is just trying to do this to force himself into doing OoT. Alright, do we have a vanilla mirror shield today?
I mean, it looks like Sponge is just trying to avoid getting Dinspire because he thinks he doesn't need it.
I mean, he's made the preparations for getting it. I think this is just one of those... I want a single trip, one more trip through I want to kind of single trip one more trip through the Colossus area if possible.
But no, I don't know why you would commit this hard this early. Something we can ask in the interview. Someone wrote that down as a question.
Well, I mean, I think it's just like he's got so many items left on his checklist. And so little in actual progression that he could do. That he's just going to kind of bet that this is just going to end up kind of being Oops AD. It's like Volc just did Adult Spirit and there's nothing there.
Do you think he's committing to OoT topping?
I mean, I think he'll commit to it. I mean, it's just Sun Song, unfortunately.
No, but the question is, why do you think he'll commit to it?
Because he has nothing else. Like, I know Volc did Fire Temple, and I'm pretty sure Fire Temple's just hammerlocked. So...
It would be interesting if it wasn't.
We're running out of locations for Mirror. It's not a shadow. It's not a shadow.
Like, I feel like we've mostly been forgetting that fire exists.
But if fire's hammerlocked, then the question becomes, where's our bow?
We've got all of the bows.
I mean, sorry. If fire's hammerlocked, where's our hammer?
Fair point. It could be in Japan. If, like, Ruto's letter is somewhere around here early.
But letter's only good for 3 checks right now because Boomerang Chest was hinted dead. And we've already... Fountain's dead and we've already seen ice. So...
But it is also something you need to do anyway.
Yeah. Well, exciting price. So Volc doesn't know that Doctrine has to be Prelude, but... Fortunately, he's going... Basically, he's only going to get Serenade good enough to make that last trip into Jabu, but...
I'm just really interested in... Oh, look, there's Hammer.
Yeah.
Forest basement.
Alright.
So, okay, and this is the reason why Sponge is a top 32 runner and I'm not. You know, quite apart from the execution and everything else.
Yeah. Now, it'll be interesting from Volc's perspective, like, when he does Forest. Because I have to imagine Volc will figure out that it's Nocturne on Prelude, then do Shadow Temple.
Probably depends just how locked the seed is behind that hammer.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point you've basically finished Forest, you may as well finish the rest of it. 44 Hydras, you could always look into RSL. Otherwise known as the Random Settings League.
I thought it was really swell league. That's where all the fun races are.
Because the only thing worse than doing this much of Forest and there being nothing on Phantom Ganon is not doing Phantom Ganon and there is something on it.
Yeah.
The Random Settings League, I believe they do talk about it on the ZSR OOTR Discord, right?
It's on the main Discord. It's got its own setting. It's got its own section.
So yeah, it's the Discord with everything else.
Yeah. It's essentially like, what would be like Max Randolph or a lot of other, some other randomizers would call. A lot of different settings are randomized. You don't know what exactly the flag site that you're getting for the seed until you start playing it and you have to figure it out.
Which, in a way, is actually really cool because working out what settings are active by certain small bits in the game is actually really interesting. For example, you can tell that Scrub Sanity is on by where the elevator in Jabu starts.
Yeah, or...
Like, it's really niche knowledge, but it's fascinating.
Or if you walk into Shadow Temple and you start with 3 small keys, it's probably Master Quest Shadow Temple. Because we can also do... There is an option, there is a setting to do vanilla or Master Quest versions of each dungeon.
But yes, so one of my friends was doing a casual seed, and
the Zuder Discord, sorry.
Yeah, and yeah, the OOTR one. So one of my lovely friends took a set of settings that had been given to them without looking at what the settings were, and due to my niche knowledge, they got through like 90% of the seed were in Jabu, and then I spotted that and I went, oh no.
Oh, Scrubs is on.
You've got Scrub Sanity on.
Yeah.
Okay, not 90%, but...
I mean, I always appreciate RSL for when you can want a 15-minute seed or a 6-hour seed. I'm just reminded of Hanzda versus Rob Dog a few years ago with the 96 Skulls Sanity Bridge. With Volc Randomizer.
Shout out to the 4-minute RSL race. Was it like One Piece Triforce Hunt?
One Piece Triforce Hunt, it was in the Boulder Grotto.
Wow.
Yeah, Fire Temple's hammerlocked.
So at some point, Volc will be forced into this path.
Yeah. Yeah, Volc, when he played Bolero originally, did go into Fire Temple. So he did see the key layout. It's gone Child, though. It's getting Nocturne. Never mind.
But also, I'm like never forgiving the first few seeds that myself and my lovely boyfriend 40 Cakes rolled. Mostly the ones that 40 Cakes rolled for himself. Because the chain for light arrows started after the Ganon's hit. Because it was like, okay, your light arrows are in Gerudo's fortress. Wait, hang on, we've done everything. Oh no, we haven't seen horseback archery. Wait, where's Eppona's? And then realising that Eppona's was in ice and we didn't have Ruto's letter.
Yeah.
So what actually happened was that we needed to go to Ganon's Castle Water Trial to get Hammer, to get Ruto's letter on Volvagia, to do Ice Cavern, to get Eppona's to do horseback archery.
Gosh. I'm kind of reminded of last year in Season 7 when there were draft settings. In one of the Challenge Cup matches, I believe they turned on key rings there was a key rings race, and light arrows were hinted inside Ganon's castle. And but everybody had already found strength 3 by that point. So everybody goes through Ganon's castle, and they cannot find the light arrows. Would you like to guess where in Ganon's castle they were?
Go on.
Light Trial 2.
Yeah, there we go.
Would you like to guess where the Ganon's castle keyring was?
Like, trial 1?
Darunia.
Okay.
Want to guess where Zarya's song was?
Oh, was it an ice cavern?
No, of course not. That'd be fun. But easy. The answer was where every good Ocarina of Time seed randomizer seed needs to have Zarya's song when you need it late in the race. On OoT!
Yep. There are many horror seeds. Like, everyone for their first seed, I think it's almost guaranteed that, like, the first few seeds you roll will have something absolutely awful in. Because I had hard required Bolero on my first ever seed that I rolled, and the Bolero was on OoT, and it was hard required.
Alright, this is not Mirror Shield, but what is it? It's a bomb bag.
The bomb bag!
Yeah, that's probably bomb lock somehow, I don't care.
Oh, it's bomb bag. It's bomb bag.
Oh, no, it was just hard bomb bag lock, never mind.
Yeah, it's just locked 6 ways to Sunday.
No, that one's just straight up behind the bomb wall, so that's fine.
I mean, also it's multiply bomb locked because the boss key in water was behind the bombable wall.
Yeah. We have a big chest in Upper Maze.
Delicious.
12 skulls for Sponge.
TFH's Triforce Hunt, where you are looking for pieces of the Triforce in order to just finish the game. It's just find the checks that they're in.
Or make it invulnerable. Either can be done. It's not something,
teaching seed.
Yeah, that's a fun scene. I mean, really, we're almost 2 hours in, and honestly, like, right now, we're just really looking for Deku. Like, we're looking for stuff, but it's not really that bad.
Yeah, but we're just kind of chilling and seeing where the big chests appear, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are so many acronyms in here. Do not feel bad. I can't know if I tell you that OoT Rando has less acronyms than working in the tech sector.
Look,
Dear God, so many things have 3-letter acronyms and they all overlap between different companies.
Look, I'm not going to say much, but at my job, when I started, I was given a 300-page PDF of acronyms that are commonly used.
Yeah. The only thing that's worse than getting... The only thing that's worse than getting given a 300-page thing of acronyms you need to learn is needing to learn them and the document not existing yet.
Okay, well, there's our belt scale, which we didn't really need.
Like the Pagason in chat just goes, I work in tech, I understand. Oh god, no, okay, Golden Devil has beaten us. Laughs in legalese acronyms. I'm not even gonna argue.
Just start talking random Latin.
Okay, that's a phrase for hypers. Anyway, it depends on your business.
Alright, well.
Okay, sorry, I'll try to stop giggling.
Interesting.
Oh, of course we needed to come up here for the bloody boss key.
Yeah, well.
To jail comes. Look, I've been told that people enjoy hearing my laughter, so you're getting me to suffer from it.
Yep. And also, fun fact, because hover boots are hinted path to Volvagia, Upper Spirit will not have the Mirror Shield. Upper Fire Temple will not have the Mirror Shield.
Oh,
Especially if Volvagia has a small key. Path logic. Once you kind of get used to it, you kind of get used to it. Of course, you could be like DK64Randomizer.com, and they will tell you every single thing that a possible check is on the path to. Except for Fraying Kongs, which is coming in Season 4. For sure, Longshot isn't path to Volc. No, because...
It's path to Rover.
And Sponge got Troll Hold. Well, we got a free Goron Tunic and 2 wallets, so who cares?
So for reference, if anyone is new, if you hear any memes that you do not understand, like the reference to Troll Hole, then do feel free to ask and we will explain.
Troll Hole really isn't a meme, it's just... So for the positioning of the fight for Volvagia that Sponge is trying to do is basically, Volvagia has 2 hitboxes. There's the hitbox that flies around, and there's a hitbox under the lava that pops up to do the whack-a-mole portion. So normally the whack-a-mole portion is below ground and unable to be hit, but you can hit it with explosions. And so Sponge was trying to detonate bombs to hit the one below ground to help speed up the fight. But if Volvagia pops out, if the Volvagia that's flying around sinks below the Volvagia, where the Volvagia that pops out is, that's called troll holing because you can't actually explode the bombs like you need to.
Yeah, the reason I mention memes is because, like, troll hole is a pseudo-technical term in this case, but there are other cases where there are memes and it's quite difficult to tell them apart.
Yes.
Like, for example, if someone refers to the TARDIS, they are talking about the graveyard leg box.
I was gonna say, you know, as an alternate example, there's the TARDIS in the graveyard.
Oh yes, I was around for that.
Because there is a runner called the X-Doctor who missed a check there, and because we love to name things after checks people missed, people started calling it the Doctor's Box, and because the Doctor's Box is also a reference to TARDIS and Doctor Who, people have also called it the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Memes.
Yeah, so basically, if you don't understand any references we're making, just ask. We are quite happy to explain and go into random history of naming things.
Yeah. Where's Sponge going here?
I do actually agree, Incoherent. Checks named after people are confusing, especially to new runners, which is why I generally refer to it as Graveyard Ledge Box.
Sponge is making it night, so he's gonna go to I guess he's going to go finish his skull cleanup in Child CAC. So far, nothing in Shadow Temple. So unless something is on Bongo, Sponge might be able to skip this entirely if he goes and does make sure to do Wasteland before committing to OoT. Oh, chess game too. Oh yeah, you know what we haven't seen yet? Target in the Woods.
Oh, did you have to?
Because, Lord knows, we did not have a slingshot for a while. Oh, we did see Target in the Woods, alright, so...
Okay, thank goodness it's not that at least. Oh, we have Treasure Chest minigame. Okay, so you'll see people put letters in channel, and damn it, someone's got mine. 2 people have got mine. Okay, so we do have copies. It's a case of, is it left chest, is it right chest? And people have got both of my normal ones.
Yeah. Good fight. Good Bongo fight.
I'm out. Because yes, I usually go for Ruto's letter, Long Long Ranch, or Long Long Ranch, Ruto's letter. It looks like we're just alternating today. Starting from left. So, like, Lady Draco has got it exactly wrong. Was it right or left? Oh god, it's Mirror Shield.
Oh boy.
Excuse?
Volc should have picked up... Yeah, Volc has Lens of Truth because that was in SFM. Wolfless Credo. SFM Sacred Forest meta.
In all fairness, we did know that Mirror Shield couldn't be in shadow beyond the hover boots.
No, it could not be in shadow whatsoever.
And we knew that it could not be in fire beyond the hover boots either.
Yeah. Upper fire at this point could either have K-Sword or...
Admittedly, if you don't know path priority, that would not be obvious. Like, I didn't realise that until I had path priority explained to me.
Yeah.
And it could have had Kokiri Sword. It could have had the hammer. It just turns out the hammer was in Forest today. It wasn't a bad play, it just wasn't the correct one.
Yeah. Sponge is at 15, so he's basically...
Yeah, it's just... I'd like to say, these people are amazing runners. They're not making bad choices. They're just making choices, and some of them are paying out and some of them aren't. Like the fact that Sponge has been avoiding Demon's Spire.
Have we seen a Sunsong? We have not seen a Sunsong Griffin. So OOT is still technically live. It's just for one check.
Kokiri Sword on Sunsong Grave would be disgusting.
But I kind of feel like what's going to happen is once Sponge does 20 skulls, he'll probably go back adult. Finally go get his Din's Fire, and then probably go do Wasteland, and then start pushing off into Ganon's Castle instead of GTG. Instead of GTG or Shadow Temple.
Yeah, Mirror Shield was in the treasure chest minigame.
Yeah.
Which makes that Lens of Truth required.
Yeah. Doubly required
like
today.
For 2 things.
Yeah.
It's required. Okay, it's technically required for crossing. It was actually required for chest to chest.
Yeah.
Honestly, a head has always been a relative term, and it could be anyone.
It's really gonna depend on, like, if Sponge can avoid doing Shadow Temple and find Dead Strength 2 before Shadow Temple. Volc could be looking for Mirror Shield for... It's not gonna be a while, because he's gonna get hard pushed into that soon. Unless, like, Rito's letter is on Sunsong Grave.
Like, I'm gonna need to go to bed at some point.
Yeah. I mean, Sponge doesn't really have anything left other than going to get Dins, doing Wasteland, and then discovering, oh, I have Strain 2. I can go do Spirit Temple now. Or GTG.
But even that's not on finding Kokiri's sword or Ruto's letter.
Yeah, but the problem is those are likely just sitting in Ganon's castle. Oh yeah, Sponge never did do...
Strength 2 is on the Wasteland.
So we are going to get 3 key forests out of Volc. Which is good, because this was the hammer. The problem is do you... We'll see.
I mean, yeah, Wasteland does give him GTG heavy block. Gives him strength 2.
Yeah. I mean, the question is, is Sponge doing Shadow Temple or is Sponge doing Wasteland first? And I think he just kind of want to get Wasteland out of the way.
I think he's doing back of leg kicks.
He has completely horrible time of day to get back on the market. So it'd be really funny if there was a Sunsong Grave hint in one of these. He's not really doing back of lake hints by choice. He's just doing this because he legitimately has nothing better to do and needs to kill a minute of time. Alright, so Volc has done 3 key fours, which means he has obtained a hammer early. But that's going to put him in an awkward position for Mirror Shield. Mirror Shield's still awkward position.
So, go on, Sponge. Where are you going?
He's going adult, and then we'll see.
I mean, there's not really many other places he can go.
No. No, it's literally, I have to go get Jin's Fire now.
So wait, have we seen Deep Fire... Have we seen, like, all of Deep Fire, like, all the way up to Hammer Chest?
No, we stopped at here.
Because I would very much expect Kokiri's sword and Ruto's letter to be up there somewhere at this point.
They could be. Like, Prelude being behind Jabu means nothing, essentially. And Kokiri's sword could be anywhere.
Yeah, but we're definitely running out of checks. Okay, we are going and getting Din's Fire.
Yep.
Please go and check Wasteland, Sponge. I have faith that Sponge will check Wasteland, but I have been terrified before. Have we seen 20 skulls?
Yep, they've both done 20 skulls now.
Okay, good.
So... The worst part about the arch is waiting for this damn beam to come around.
Okay, we're safe. No. No.
You're safe.
Okay, thank God.
He's walking for Wasteland. He's walking to Wasteland, and this will start pushing him in towards not doing Shadow Temple.
Also, that is a very pretty shield. Again, I must say.
Gold and white.
Look, I like the golden white aesthetic.
That's really nice.
I mean, he jumped off, so I did expect him to go.
Yeah.
The thing is, it might be Sponge's logical last location, but he did also get really useful progression while looking for it.
Yeah.
Like, that time wasn't wasted.
No.
But also Sponge is scrolling frantically through his tracker going, where else is left?
Time to do Adult Sphere. There wasn't really anything here for Volc. I think there was maybe just a model. But we're also going to get to see the couple mirror shield checks that weren't there. But this will also open up Ganondorf's Castle. Shadow Shroud 2 was hinted dead. So, realistically, we only have about 7 checks left in Shadow Temple. In Ganondorf's Castle right now. Until we pull String 3.
Foster, you might want bracket instead of standings.
Yeah. This is a the first round. This is a first round matchup in the upper bracket. The winner of this will go on to face Rockchild.
Speaking of which, it has been 2 hours. We should probably do another shout out.
Yeah.
And this time I do all the commands before I start talking. So, thank you very much to our trackers. You are the unsung heroes of this. To Maltak and Lady Draco. To Maltak is also working as our restreamer. Thank you very much to our runners, Volc and Sponge. Go give them a follow, they're great. I personally watch a lot of Sponge. And thank you to my lovely fellow co-commentator. Toffee or Toffile.
Or Toffee, or Toffee, or... Yeah, no, wonderful working with you this afternoon, evening, depending on where exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here too. I don't tend to commentate bracket races much because I'm not often available in evenings during the week.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, I happen to be... I just kind of drove back from holidays yesterday, so today I was going grocery shopping, so I took off from work. It's one extra day gonna hurt me too much. And I saw this was on the schedule.
Yeah.
Because normally I don't do races this early on a weekday. Because usually I'm stuck in status meeting. Because usually I'm stuck in status meeting hell right now. But
yeah, usually I need to have dinner probably when these matches happen.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I think we've seen these checks already, so I am going to go and raid the chocolate stash.
Yeah. Well, we'll be getting some new checks in just a second on Sponge's side, because he's going to be, once he's cleared with the Anubis, we'll be able to see the first Mirror Shield check in Spirit Temple. It's not been seen.
I'd best
Volc is... Yes, Volc is going to go open the shortcut. I think the shortcut was a small key. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately, getting whacked by the boulder when trying to pull yourself up there is really a pain.
Oh no, did Volc fall down?
Volc fell down twice.
Ouch.
And the worst part is, like, he still hasn't gone off repair.
What was on first mirror check?
Junk. Small chest. There. Well. Volc has had enough and is just going straight for the, for Pierre.
Oh. Finally, something.
Yay. I think you're gonna take a dip into Ganondorf's castle before you deroot it, before you go for Jabu, just because our other dungeon is Deku, but yeah.
You need to do Jabu before. Oh no.
So we are now just a Kokiri sword from Go mode, between our two runners. Where exactly it is...
Okay, I can see why you'd want to check it, because then you can just do child.
Yeah.
But I'd want to do Jabu before inside Gan's castle, but in this one specific case, I could see why you want to do a quick dip.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, and Prelude is behind beating Jabu, so... OoT, Sun Song, and no Prelude, this is just... I think the one thing is I can't remember if beating Jabu resets time of day or not. I don't think it does. So that might be one reason why you don't go IGC, because then you have to deal with getting back into market again to go adult afterwards. Alright, well, Volc's time for Volvagia. We'll see if he has slightly better RNG than Sponge did with some of these head placements. I mean, I don't think Sponge is doing... Sponge isn't doing I don't think Sponge does Shadow before he does IGC or Jabu.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Sponge is going to, I suspect, be avoiding Shadow like the plague.
You have to feel good about the hammer. And realistically, right now, he's... Once Strength 3 pops, he'll... Like, if Strength 3 pops in Ganon's castle, then he'd probably be really happy. I don't think you expect your opponent to misread into Shadow, but I also don't think your opponent isn't going to go into Stone Forest unless he really needs to.
Well, in all fairness, they did.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to not realise about the path priority.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, that would have caught me.
Yeah. Yeah, if it wasn't for the time of day, then like I'd say definitely GC. But fortunately, for those who are wondering what we were talking about, Sponge did do this a little earlier in the seed. But going into Ganon's castle grounds as an adult, changes your time of day to be roughly 6 p.m. at night. So at the start of the day night, at the start of the night cycle. It is really. He does not have a lot of ways to change time of day. I guess actually he has done a hard reset. He did do a hard save and quit to get back to Temple of Time. So if he doesn't find anything in IGC, you just do a reset. But this might. I guess it's just going to also kind of depend on like how he handles getting the item out of the tower, where the vanilla boss key would be. Because you don't want to have to redo fights, but you've got big iron swords, you can kill the Nalphos and the Stalfos pretty quickly. We're going back into fire for Volc.
We are getting to see inside Ganon's castle. So, behind door number 1, wizard done. What's behind door number 2?
Oh, it's going 3.
That's a big chest.
Alright, you feel really good about this seed now. This display now.
So what you find behind door number 2 is a key to door number 5?
Yeah. Really, door number 4. And door number 5, I guess. We only know where one of the Ganon's Castle small keys is. There's still a second one.
Hey!
Okay. Sponges in go mode. Hit the button.
So, Sponge made the correct choice, not the obvious choice, but the one that got him the stuff most fluidly.
Yeah. At this point now, it's Sponge's race to lose. He has 2 more dungeons to do, and will be burning a decent chunk of some decent amount of time a day to get there. Yeah, fortunately, Volc going like top of fire isn't bad. Like, I know this can't be Mirror Shield, but this could still have been Rudo's or Kokiri Sword for Volc.
Absolutely, and I've been bitten over just too many times.
Yeah. Which is kind of the problem. It also might be that he feels that, like, if Sponge... Like, Deep Fire is a place where you can usually pull some divergence off of a runner, especially if you think you probably are in a disadvantage to someone like Sponge. Well, Volc's a very good runner, but, like, again, like, Sponge hasn't actually won a main tournament, technically. But he's coming second a whole bunch of times.
And he's won other tournaments.
Like, Sponge is one of probably the, I mean, top 10 is easy. It's not hard to say top 5 for Sponge, so.
Yeah, it was a misplay, but a very easy misplay to do if you don't know path priority.
Well,
like,
I mean,
people in chat.
I mean, the thing is that it's a misplay in the sense that he didn't have it one item, but the problem is that Volc needed 4 or 5 items, and it not being able to have one of the 4 or 5 items isn't really what's going to cost him. I mean, it will have been the thing that will have cost him the most time in the end.
Yeah. Misplay in hindsight only. Kiri Sword was in Light Trial. No,
Light Trial.
3 was in Water Trial.
Yes. Yeah. Like, Sponge just managed to not have to do one of a very, very tempting dungeon. Like, he had... Like, we were at the point of the seed where we were having to pick between stone dungeons to do that were unhinted. Sponge chose the right one, unhinted stone dungeon. And, like, it also made a lot more sense for Volc because Volc's time of day was bad, and he had more of a pull to go back to, like, Gerudo Fortress area. Sponge didn't. Sponge did HP the first time through. So Sponge put off getting Strength 2 for a while, but he didn't really have a reason to want to go back for Dense Fire until he was absolutely wanting to commit to Shadow Temple.
Yeah. And additionally, there was stuff on both Wasteland and Treasure Chest game.
Yeah. Yeah, like... Mind you, like, we also had a completely unhinted hard required well today.
And Horseback Archery.
Yeah.
Like, we had Horseback Archery, we had Wasteland, we had Treasure Chest game.
I mean, HPA you don't feel too bad about because... HPA, I mean, Volc probably feels bad about HPA, but, like...
It actually worked out better for him to have not done it because it meant he stumbled straight into Strength 2.
Yeah, but, like, also, like... HPA was going to probably get done today because we had a GTG hint and we were forced to logically cross... We had a hard cross the Wasteland to get to Colossus because Requiem was vanilla. Like, you were going to go through the area. You were going to go through the area with a bow and Eponas. Like,
Hey Axel, there was a lot of important stuff unhinted in random places.
Yeah.
Like Wasteland, Treasure Chest game, Horseback Archery, Water Trial.
Yeah. I mean, at least with, like, with the fact that we have Split Bridge and Boss Key, like, Ganon's Castle opening up before being able to, you know, beat Ganon, does mean that, like, there's a really, really good chance that there's a lot of items in Ganon's Castle that you need to go get. It's not stacked as, like, Link to the Past, where literally, like, 10% of all item checks are just in Ganon's Castle. Slightly more than 10%. But, like, you still have, like, 16 items in Ganon's Castle. It's probably your dentist... It is literally your dentist spot if you can meet the requirements for it. Because it doesn't... It only has 2 small keys, unlike GTG's 9. Yeah, I guess we did hit meme percent for those run. Meme percent today. And we got actual real good use out of our blue fire arrows.
We got so much use out of blue fire arrows, it was great. Like, Sponge was having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
And before they even got to Jabu.
Yeah.
Bedumch. Look, I have to do at least one bad pun per seed.
No.
I was gonna say don't have a cow, but then I realized this isn't Master Quest.
Or in fact, cow sanity. And yes, that was the sound of my boyfriends telling me off for making puns. Okay, I do way more than one pun, it's just one pun is a minimum. Okay, I do not know what Stefan from Saturday Night Live sounds like, so I will just do the dramatic voiceover. This seed has everything. Ice arrow melting shots, early horse, unhindered strengths, triple strength locked Kokiri sword, and triple fire animated scene trolls. Wait, that wasn't dramatic voiceover. That was just game show host. When you intend to do one thing and you end up doing a different one.
Yeah. Alright, how many times is it going to take Sponge to do box skip? Ooh, first try.
Okay, that's true. He would do dramatic better. It's more the case of I tried aiming for dramatic and I ended up doing a different voice entirely because my brain apparently decided to reference the wrong sound file. Because sometimes brains just do that. And that is Baronade down. And the elevator up. And now the elevator down again.
Yep.
Okay, so at this point, Sponge runs out of here, goes to Deku.
Yep. Quick play of,
Yep, there's Minuet.
Now we get to Din's fire ourselves through the web, all the way downstairs. Because we are not checking anything in Deku.
That is a good point. We actually get to see Din's Fire Deku.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and Well was basically a, hey, did you want to be able to do blue fire arrows? Here's your entire toolkit, including double magic, the bow, blue fire.
Yeah.
Or just anything you could want to shoot as many blue fire arrows as you...
Yeah.
Din's Fire, bomb jumping. This is about the quickest Deku you could ask for.
Yeah.
And it's not actually often you get to see bomb jumps, and even less common to see the Din's Fire.
Yeah.
Makes a nice change.
Well, Volc is going back child. He has finished all 3 of his stun dungeons, so he is eligible to receive the Ocarina of Time.
Oh dear.
And is immediately playing Serenade, so he's going to go get the Ocarina of Time, because if you outwarp, you start the OoT cutscene.
Maybe they'll go and get treasure chests holiday?
I mean, I think if he I kind of assume he probably does. I don't know, you could do that, or you could do Sun Song Grave. And that is all of all 6 medallions for Sponge, which means he will be getting again its Castle Bosky, and is eligible to finish the seed.
Once he's walked.
Yeah. Has to take another trip with the owl.
There we go. Just needed a few seconds of actual walking.
Yeah. Oh no, he's gone for Dompe. He's gone for Dompe time in Sunsong Groove check. Well, it's going to be in Sunsong Grave. You know, I don't think we've seen the. I don't think we have seen the third slingshot yet.
That's because it's on Bombchu Bowling.
No, there was one on Bombchu Bowling and there was one in River. Yeah, Volc went back to Forest. Oh. Yeah, that's not what you want to feel.
No. On the other hand, Sponge is likely to be finishing soon, and then everyone can put this seed out of its misery.
I mean, all in all, this has not been really a bad seed, like, other than the hammer. But
I'd argue that strength is pretty bad.
yeah, I mean,
Though having Din's Fire so close to the Wasteland does mean you're likely to actually remember.
yeah. Well, that and you also had fire rails. Like, you could have gotten that literally the first time you went through. You know, they just opted to, like, get Requiem and then not go back to Wasteland.
Do blue fire arrows act as a fire source?
No.
I didn't think they did.
Oh.
Because the fire arrows were odd, I thought.
Yeah, like, it's always like I guess the best thing to think about is like in my head is because like I play a lot of Link to the Past Rando, so I always like to try to think. I always usually end up defaulting to that. I'm just thinking of like hammer on blind did something required in the Thieves Down Big Chest. It's always kind of gross, but it can happen logically.
Okay, bets are coming in for second treasure chest minigame. I'm still in. Myself and Onion are still in.
Yeah.
I'm still in. Onion's still in. I think I have it. Way! I guess I got the chess game right.
Yay! You can play more Ocarina of Time Randomizer seeds.
No! I'm far better on comms than on playing it.
Yeah, fortunately, you just have to correctly guess Ocarina of Time random chess game to continue to play Ocarina chess games, so that way you can get the passwords to unlock the seeds when they start. You would never get the light arrows in that dumb idiot's house that everybody checks 3 minutes into a seed because it has 4 items.
In all fairness, if you give him to Maida, he is very tight-fisted. You wouldn't expect him to just give stuff away.
I mean, he doesn't have to give them away, he's just sitting in the forest. He doesn't actually ever go home.
Yeah, but you can see why he might be considered as a minion to hold on to them. And like, it's not like any other Hylians can go into the Kokiri Forest. So technically, it's actually a pretty good place to hide it, unless you're Link. Also, shout-outs to that one light plate that drops from the ceiling. And occasionally, just occasionally, catches the new players off guard.
I love that like.
I do not like that like.
Anyway, Sponge is on to phase 1 again. If you noticed, he did a Master Sword jump slash before starting this fight because he takes more damage from the Master Sword than anything else because he doesn't. You're not supposed to have it in phase 1, and he's using power crouch stabbing in order to have it equipped. Another technical power crouch stabbing isn't a glitch, but it is extremely useful.
Oh yeah, particularly in this fight.
This was also something done during the flare answer for the people that haven't seen this randomizer before. And I'm sorry I didn't bring it up then.
And everybody, get your GGs ready. Just as Volc manages to find Naruto's letter.
Yeah.
And time will be on the beginning of the cutscene. And time.
Yep.
GG's to Sponge.
GG's. Finishing with a official Wasteland GG time of 2:40:45, and Volc has forfeited.
Yep, makes sense. We'll be getting him in for an interview.
Yeah, so. Oh no, I just looked at the loser bracket matchup for the lower bracket for Volc. It's not going to get any easier, unfortunately. Not that it would have.
There's a lot of good players in the top 32. It was never going to be easy.
Enjoyed by Sponge. GG, Sponge.
Yo, thanks.
GG and hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. I don't know if you have anything on your mind you want to get out of the way first, but
no, I think we'll just let you go for it because that was a lot of memes.
I saw one of the things in the chat being like, this is one of the seeds where you feel awful. I actually felt really good for most of this seed. I really feel like ice saved me way more time than it quote unquote costed me, and I figured that was a possibility when I was going there. It was either Sun's Nocturne, Prelude, or Serenade, and all 3 of those 4 make it not a pain in the ass to go child and back adult again. So I'm like, this is just gonna pay for itself.
The
earlier I get it.
Yeah, especially considering you have water jump. I've definitely seen races where you've had Serenade and it's literally saved you a minute or two just getting to water temple from Temple of Time or elsewhere.
Yeah, Serenade was best case scenario in terms of time save because water's required. Like Prelude would be nice, but then I would still have to walk to water. Lake checks would be bad. Like Serenade was literally maximum possible time save, which I was very happy about.
Also, did you enjoy just getting your blue fire arrow starter kit in well and just blazing through ice? Because you looked like you were having so much fun.
Yeah. So y'all couldn't hear me because obviously I wasn't using a mic, but I picked up the blue fire arrows and well, I'm like, if I get magic, I can do Ice Cavern, I guess. And then that very next check I open up is Magic Meter, and I'm like, all right, well, time to put my money where my mouth is, I guess.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, double magic, hard required 12 today, yay.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even realize that until very late.
Yeah.
That it was hard required. I just felt like with the way the seed was going, everything in the game was hard required. I don't know. I can think of like maybe 3 or 4 players off the top of my head that would get the fire arrows and the fairy and then go back and do Wasteland after. It's not something that people are ever gonna really do. Like I said, there's only 3 or 4 people that would ever do that.
Yeah,
Volc actually had an interesting route. Sorry to Phil. Did you want to talk about this one?
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say that because kind of like Volc kind of got screwed by time of day going to Fortress the first time through. So he got there and I couldn't do it. Too late to do HVA.
Okay.
And
I was worried about that.
And burned the time, and so yeah, I'll let Assange finish.
But yeah, that meant that Volc didn't have strength, so he went for Din's Fire quite early. And so Din's Fire straight into Wasteland, straight into HBA, and got strength 2 considerably before you, but also went into Shadow.
Yeah, I was thinking about possibilities where I'm not the first to get strength 2, which I feel like for this seed was a quite overwhelming possibility, all things considered, but I had to plan for the fact that, you know, maybe I was just more efficient at clearing and somehow I got there first, but I pegged myself as being the second person to strength 2, which is why kind of at the end of the seed I did sort of a mini gamble where I went to Ganon's before I went Child, because I just felt like going Child to do 2 checks or 3 checks in Jabu when there's like a 3% chance Kokiri Sword's gonna be there is like, that's just, you're just a coward. I'm like, I'm not a coward. I'm just doing Ganon's, and if it's not Ganon's, I'll go Child, do Jabu, and then I'll do Shadow at the very end. Because I had a feeling that, like once all the items started popping out later on in the seed, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, Shadow might. At first, I thought about doing Shadow earlier because I'm like, I still need 5 items, and even though Mirror Shield can't be in there, and a hard required Strength 2 can't be in there, there's still 3 other items I need. But then once those items started falling down, and I found the and I was 1 item from go, I'm like, well, now I kind of hope that Volc was thinking the same thing I was, because that would be very beneficial for me.
Question from chat. Why did you head to Forest when you did? Because it looked to us like you went quite early. What was the rationale behind that?
So I was running out of logic, because I knew that because GTG was Path to Volvagia, and that was the hover boots or the long shot. I couldn't confirm it at the time, but I was like pretty sure it was the hover boots for fire logic. Meant that hovers can't lock anything that you hard required need for a stone dungeon. So I'm thinking, all right, I've got all these early checks left and Forest Temple, but I kind of want to check 10 Skulls because it's the earliest like check that if I put this off for too much longer, it might just bury me, because I expected, like I would expect Volc to turn in 10 Skulls much earlier than I did. So I wanted to dip Forest at the very least to get up to 10 Skulls, and then do Pose and Tektite after getting Nocturne, which I did. Did nothing on 10 Skulls, and at that point I'm like, all right, this is now, unless it's in the Kokiri Sword chest, now this is kind of like a bad check. Like, if it's somewhere easy, it's probably reasonable that Volc missed it too, so now I'll go to Forest Temple because, again, missing 5 items, one of them could be in there. Yeah. One of them probably is in there because I'm running out of checks, but at the same time, can have Mirror Shield, can have Strength. Now's the time to do it, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of feeling at the time, because I did, it was just like 5 items for go, but it was 2 times. Volc ended up doing 3 key fours, but because he got the hammer, he bailed. Before doing the rest of it, and then he went back into Forest after doing Upper Fire, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought about what, like, the time I would lose if someone was to bail at that hammer. I was thinking like, all right, if Volc bails at the hammer here, I lose the time it takes to do Deep Forest, which I think I guessed it to be around like 2.5, 3 minutes, but I don't know off the top of my head. So I'm thinking like, all right, what's a way I can save 2.5, 3 minutes? And again, this comes back to the going Ganons before going Child and doing Jabu thing, where I'm like, this is kind of an easy way I can make up a couple of minutes if we happen to be tied.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, like, logically, the seed was kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, it was, like, all, did you catch the fact that all of Shadow Temple could not have had the Mirror Shield or just the Hover Smart?
Yeah, Sponge mentioned that.
All of Shadow.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, just wanted to, yeah.
Because Nocturne was locked by water, which the long shot was also in GTG.
Well, also because irons were into Pathomorpha, so...
And they're Strength 2 locked as well.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even going to consider anything locked by water until I was in Logic, and when I got Strength 2. And I was very lucky enough to get the Mirror Shield before I got Strength 2. So that I didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah, at that point you're just like... I've got good progression to do now again. I can avoid Stone Dungeon.
Yeah, I had safer choices.
Yeah. Volc put off. Literally pulled Mirror Shield as you were finishing Godritos as you killed Ganon. I think you probably caught it on the restream. So.
Yeah, I was actually kind of annoyed when I picked up the Mirror Shield because I had just gotten the. I got the bomb chews as Child, and then my plan was to go through Goron City, get those checks, and then scum if nothing. And I wasn't going to do the SFM Grotto or the Lost Woods Grotto. I was going to save those for Adult. And I ended up getting the lens right after I turned Adult, after doing Richard, so I would have had the mirror a lot earlier. It wouldn't have made a difference. If anything, it would have been even more, like... it would have been even more difficult for me to go Shadow because I knew that, like, the one item that I really want to find, a strength upgrade, probably isn't in there. I guess it was possible as long as there was another strength upgrade and you didn't hard require the other ones. I believe that's the case.
Yeah, it was also with the fact that the Boomerang was like in the left side maze in Goron City. That was we were wondering about that, like how the hammer strength logic was going to interplay a bit with Spirit Temple, but didn't really matter too much in the end.
Oh, one thing I never got to confirm. At least I never got to think about it because by the time I did, I was already finishing the seed. Is that bomb bag in the Dongo's Cavern path?
It is first logical.
Yeah,
I believe it is first logical. Yeah.
Because I was debating the whole time the Dongo to Rova. I'm like, is it bomb bag 1 or is it hookshot 1? Because I already knew at that point that hook 2 was hook locked. So I'm like, hook 1 fulfills the path. I mean, even if it is bomb bag 1, the path is still fulfilled. But it is my only information looking for a strength upgrade. So I guess I should still think about it.
I think
it's both.
No. Well,
you need a hookshot to beat Spirit, and you can't get the second one without that first one. So that first hookshot is automatically Path to Twin Rova.
But also there was a lot that was bomb locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they're both Path to Twin Rova. I didn't know for a fact until I picked up the third bomb bag whether the bomb bag was as well.
Yeah. The last bomb bag was in Shadow.
Okay.
It was compass chest. So.
Yeah. I'm almost certainly bomb locked. I just don't have the mental fortitude to think about it right now.
Whatever. It's the Gibdo room to the right of the BMOS.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. No. I mean, honestly though, I really don't have anything else. Does Chad have any other questions?
I do not have any other questions. but I will be honest, there were a few times, Sponge, like, I love you. You're great. I have immense faith in your ability to play seeds. But also, you don't half give me a heart attack when you jump off the arch and then immediately start setting up an entirely different set of items, like you're going to skip Wasteland. I love you, but seriously.
Yeah.
At that, I'm sorry for the heart attack. At that point, I knew, like, okay, it's either Wasteland or I have made a logical mistake, and I should have been in Shadow an hour ago.
That's fine. But yeah, congratulations on moving on to the next round. Have fun with Rock Chalk.
Oh, Rock Chalk.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah, and if you make it past. If you make it past that, you get to deal with the little quarterfinal of death.
That little cubicle over there.
Yeah, Marco A to Z. What the hell's in Rio? So
right.
That's beyond Rock Chalk. But
I mean, that sounds fun to me. But Rock Chalk is my next opponent, so that's who I am looking at.
Yeah, unfortunately, with Volc losing, drops down to the lower brackets, so still has his chance to make it to grand finals. But
who's he playing? If you have the matchup up right now. Is he playing Floosh?
He's playing
Holy
Floosh.
Shit. I had no idea that was on the line in this race. Holy crap! All right, I got away with one there. Jesus.
Yeah. Let's just. Top 32 is really stacked. I mean, we have Sese, Decker, Alsuna, Fabio, Engel, Sam, which all in the losers already.
There's going to be so much great trash talk in some of the servers, I swear.
Right.
I'm not going to understand any of the trash talk between Flush and Volc, but you know what? Oh god, yeah.
Wow. So this more entertaining matches to come. Keep
Absolutely.
tuned.
Speaking of which, I believe there is another match tomorrow.
Big one.
Oh yeah.
Two former standard tournament champions battling it out in winners bracket round 1.
Marco, is it? Well, I mean, congratulations. We have 2 of those in this first round of 1.
I believe tomorrow is What the Hell Happened in Ryukane.
Yeah.
If my memory is correct.
I believe so, because I'm pretty sure Marco A disease over the weekend.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be fun. So, turn up back here tomorrow to see that load of nonsense. You will not be seeing me, but there will be other people around. Is there anything else we need to announce? Tamalta? Who are we sending people to?
Yeah. Just so tomorrow, a little earlier than today, 1 o'clock Eastern. It is going to be What the Hell's in Rio, and then later might get a restream. I'm not sure. That seems to have full comms. Cindy and Mr. Mario at 8 o'clock. So
both those races have full volunteers, so there's a good chance that they'll both go on tomorrow, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And
thank you for
without that, there's Games Done Quick, which is a lovely charity speedrunning event.
Which I'm watching in the side ground, so...
I thought you were watching the Otters.
Nah. Not right now. I'm going to bring them up, though, because that's where we're going to go, because I don't think there's anything else really going on at the moment. On ZSR tonight, I don't think there's anything else planned, but let me take a look real quick. Let's see. There is a Z2R match at 10:30 p.m. EST time. I have no idea if that's going to go on or not, but that's the only thing that looks like it. It might. Other than that, the next thing that's going to be on this channel will be the Ryukane What the Hell Happens match tomorrow. So tune back in about an hour before this one started, and that should be something good to watch like this one was. You guys have anything else, or shall I take us out?
I just want to say thanks to you guys for putting the restream together. I know it was kind of, I think Estantia, you kind of had to step in last minute, so thank you for that. I'm sure the viewers appreciate that.
I believe I would describe it as skidding sideways into the commentary channel with a screech.
Hey,
Full Akira mode.
And look, 20-minute delay, plenty of time for dinner. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm gotta get going. I got some Tylenol calling my name right now.
Yeah, feel better, Sponge.
Thanks.
Yeah, hope you feel better.
Yep.
See ya.
All right. So I'm going to send this over to the auditors because that's where we go.
In which case, thank you, chat. Thank you, Tafil. Thank you to Maltak. Thank you, as a last shout out, to Lady Draco for helping to Maltak with the tracking. Thank you to all the people who have put this together, and have a great evening, everyone.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, everyone.
What she said. She stole my line. All right, we're heading off.